there was something that was said during that time, and it caught my eye because it's very easy to get caught up in the fine details from the very start without looking at the big picture and saying, okay, what's the best way to strategize going about doing this, and what's the most efficient way? And what I mean by that exactly is we're talking, and they're like, well, if I sell this property or if I put it on the market, I gotta replace the roof, do a pre-listing home inspection. I gotta open up the driveway and then also replace the sewer line. And they were like, and so I'm already looking at around 50,000 right there. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, wait, wait. And I was like, why would you want to do all this stuff, before listing it? And they're like, oh, just for the next buyer, having good systems and this and this and that. And I was like, is there anything wrong with the roof? And they're like, well, I was like, are there any leaks? They're like, no, not that we can tell. And I was like, oh. And I was like, is the sewer line backed up? No, not that I can tell. So what I'm trying to emphasize with that example here is you can nitpick your own home and say, hey, look, let's go spend X, Y, and Z, get all this stuff fixed, replaced, so on and so forth. But my recommendation as to not doing it that way, and it's a very specific, recommendation, because in some cases, an example, it actually does make sense to go up, fix your house. But here's the thing, is that if you get into those fine details and you do the pre-listing home inspection, you do the sewer line replacement, you do the scope video, you replace the roof and so on and so forth, you're going to have to, number one, disclose all that stuff. Number two is each buyer's priorities are different.